Hi dear students, today we are going to start studying about polynomial functions. So I beg for your attention because this is the first time that we are going to start studying this topic. Now look, we have to find all real zeros, and remember that the zeros are the intersections with the graph and the x-axis, okay? As you can see here, the function is being given as a factor in the factor form. This is not the standard form. So as you can see here, we have factors. For x is one factor, x minus 1 is one factor that appears twice because it is being raised to the second power. The other factor is x minus 7, and also it's being raised to the second power, so it appears also twice. Then, in order to understand or to know how many roots do we have to find, we are going to multiply for x times x, this x and times this x, because I want to get the leading coefficient. I'm not going to multiply the whole thing, but I just want to get which is the degree of this function, because when I get the degree, I know how many roots I am going to find in this polynomial function. Now, if we multiply for x times this x, careful, because this x is being raised to the second, so I multiply for x times x to the second, for x to the third, and then we multiply what we have gotten for this x that is being raised to the second power, so 4x to the third times x to the second, this is 4x to the fifth. So as you can see here, we have the leading coefficient would be 4, and the term that is going to tell us the degree of the function is this one, 4x to the fifth. So this is a degree of fifth. This is, sorry, a function of fifth degree. So we have to get 5 roots or 5 zeros. We are going to do this. In the first step, we are going to equalize each of the factors to 0. The first factor is 4x, so we have 4x equals 0. And then we solve for x, so we have x equals 0 over 4. And remember, when we have 0 over 4, we get 0, and this is a real number. When we have a number divided by 0, this is an undefined answer, okay? So in this case, this is not undefined, this is 0. Now, we take the second factor and we're going to write it just once, although it appears twice. So we have x minus 1 equals 0, and when we solve for x, we get x equals 1. And look, as this factor appears twice, we have to write with multiplicity of 2. Careful, because you don't have to write this in ALEX, okay? But this is the correct way to write it, and this is the good for you to know that you have to write this legend, okay? Don't worry about the legend in this exercise in ALEX because you don't have to write. But you have to understand that here we have 1 root or 1 0, and here we have 2, so we have 3. We are missing other 2. We are going to get it from the third factor. We write it here, the third factor, and we equalize it to 0, and we solve for x, so we get x equals 7. And again, as it appears twice, we have to write with multiplicity of 2. And now, dear students, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 roots or zeros. This is correct because the degree of the function is fifth degree. And now, in ALEX, you just have to write the answer once. Look, if the first root or 0 is 0, you have to write 0. And you have to separate the answers with commas. So 1, 7, and that's it. And you end with this exercise in ALEX. But I want you to realize how the graph is going to look like, because later on we are going to work, you're going to plot graphs of polynomial functions, and I want you to start learning and to start understanding the behavior. Look, which is the degree of the function? This is a fifth degree. As 5 is an odd number, when you have odd number, when the degree is an odd number, and if the leading coefficient is positive, the graph is going to fall to the left, and it is going to rise to the right, okay? So you are going to look at my arms and don't forget, like this, okay? You start falling and you end rising, okay? So we are going to start, to the left is falling, so we are going to start like this. First of all, sorry dear students, I'm going to plot the points of the zeros in the graph. So as this is x equals 0, I'm going to have a point here in the origin. When x equals 0. And then x equals 1, that's why I have this other point here. And x equals 7. First, you plot the points or the zeros of your polynomial function. And then you start with the behavior that I already told you, falling to the left. So as it is falling, I am going to start like this. Boom, 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 boom. And then as this x appears just once, when the multiplicity is an odd number, the graph is going to cross the x-axis like this, okay? When the multiplicity is an even number, careful, this is important. When the multiplicity is an even number, it is going to bounce, remember? It is not going to cross the x-axis, it is going to bounce. Look, you have something like this, and then it goes down, and it's going to try to pass, but no, as this is the multiplicity is 2, point, boom, it is going to bounce, okay? And then it goes again up, and then it's going to try again to cross, but no, the multiplicity is again an even number, so again it's going to bounce, boom, okay? And look, this is what I was trying to explain. It falls to the left and it rises to the right, okay, here. And careful when it bounces or when it crosses the x-axis, okay? Good, dear students. Let's continue working with polynomial functions. This is a very interesting topic. Thanks. See you later. Take care. Stay at home. Have a nice day.